All right, Kaya. Ryan and I spent all morning finding our truck guns, 338 Lapua.
Dude, we're not taking out a truck. We're supposed to put guns into our trucks for engagements that we may possibly have.
I may have read that wrong.
Yeah, you did. Anyways, guys, let's talk about those top 5 truck guns of all time. Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kai over here with Jason.
What's going on, folks?
And in this video, we're going to talk about those top 5 truck guns of all time.
And when we preface this, truck guns, right, we're automatically assuming that you've actually got your concealed carry. We're talking about guns that are in the truck, in the car, in the vehicle that are meant for, you know, getting to in case a really, really bad
That's
day
secondary
happens.
option for you because your primary is on you.
Yep.
That's what we're assuming, right? So what is a truck gun?
Truck gun is a rifle, PCC, or anything that you would deem, could be a shotgun.
Could be a long gun.
Long gun, anything that you would deem necessary as being that secondary, but really a primary to get to.
Exactly. Perhaps it gives you a better ballistic advantage, better range, all of those
More
things.
capabilities.
More capabilities, exactly. So that's, in a nutshell, a truck gun is. And with that being said, we came up with 5 guns that we picked pretty much from all range of guns out there.
Yeah.
This is our list. I know there's a lot of them out there, so we're probably not going to have some of your favorite ones. Let us know your top 5 in the comment section. And with that being said, let's get to it. And number 5 is, Jason?
A pistol and a chassis, right? Yeah. So that means your recover tacticals, your fluxes. I mean, even considering engineering.
I heard flux.
You did hear flux. Considering engineering
right.
makes a good one. Strike Industries makes one as well. Anything that can really be made into giving you a little bit more capability. So.
And with the capability, obviously ballistic-wise, you're gonna still have that short barrel because it is a pistol, but it's gonna give you this, so you're gonna have more stability, right?
For sure.
And more capacity, easier.
3 points of contact.
And my favorite is obviously Flux. Shout out to Ben, Luke, all those guys over at Flux Defense.
And obviously, we got to kit it out. You can have the laser, you can suppress it, you got a red dot, you can shoulder it, you can shoot it like a pistol. If you put it back in there, you got capability and versatility.
Exactly. Yeah, Flux, and you know, looks good too. This thing, if you got those 30 rounders, right? Standard capacity magazines, you can have 2 of them here. You've got 60 rounds on you for you to just basically get to it, right?
That's a surefire coffin mag there, Chief.
Exactly. This is really cool. I love it, dude. Flux definitely did something great out there, and that teamed up with Sig Sauer. They're doing big things out there. Maybe next is going to be, I don't know, another company, maybe something like this. Maybe they're going to do something with this company.
I don't know.
When I say this, I'm talking about the pistol itself. But anyways,
Goodbye.
thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. Whoa.
Our
Hey,
re-
what are you doing? Get away from me.
Our resident battle gnome.
Okay, good. Sorry, guys. All right, that was our number 5, and let's move on to our number 4. And number 4 is going to be obviously not just the MP5, a 9mm PCC pistol caliber carbine option.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
it.
And I mean, I'll rival that one with, like, I don't know, like a Scorpion.
Exactly. CZ
So,
Scorpion, bunch of
Even
other
though
options out
I'm
there.
choosing that one for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, no, absolutely. So MP5 proven reliable. The only problem with the MP5
Manual of
is
arms.
Manual of arms, you're right, but price, right? So it does kind of cost, if you get the actual MP5, HNK, sorry, it'll cost you. But there's a lot of clones out there. Quite honestly, I have one. My clone is from Zenith, right?
Yeah, mine is from MAC, Military Armament
Military Arms Corporation.
Yep.
And then we have AP5s. There's out there. So really affordable options out there that you could get them sub 1,000, sub 1,500. And it is a phenomenal option. They're all made out of H&K tooling, so it's really good. But overall, 9mm PCC, one of my choices are obviously MP5. You got the Evo.
Scorpion, I mean,
Scorpion,
I mean, this thing just does what it does, right?
Yeah.
Very easily to find mags. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. It is ambi. I mean, it's cool. Last bolt hold open.
Yep,
so
exactly.
that's one up from that, but, you know, just train.
Exactly.
So,
But,
yeah.
you know, what this does is, again, it gives you the capability that we talked about, right? So you have your 9mm probably handgun or whatever caliber you have on your waist, but if you need to kind of get out there, you need some capacity, you need stability, you need even some range with longer barrels. Well, a PCC is a fantastic option, and 9mm is not one of those like rounds that are going to be like super loud when compared to or concussive, like some other rifle calibers out there. Still deliver a very decent terminal ballistics.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's our number 4, and let's move on to number 3. And number 3 is going to be
Another PCC.
exactly, but 10 millimeter in this case, right?
Beef it up. Rookie numbers, man.
Yeah, come on. This is 9 millimeter. Fine, gets the job done. More rounds, lighter, and all that. But a 10 millimeter right here. This is pretty much a 40, but longer. It's just like the 380 and 9. This is like the 40 and.
The good Lord didn't make 46, but he did make 10 mil.
Exactly. You know what? Because you didn't need 46.
But then again, like this,
UMP 45, yeah.
UMP 45. I mean, huge magazines, right? These are awesome.
Yeah.
But
This thing kind of started the whole modern, larger caliber PCC game, right? The 9 millimeters, obviously MP5 out there. Well, we had the Thompson machine gun, submachine gun.
And you do have the
45
MP5
caliber.
in 10 mil.
That's another one. Now, I'm gonna. You're not gonna find it.
You're not. Yeah,
So
that's
why
a
am I gonna
that's
talk
a
about it?
unicorn gun.
Yeah. If you do
For
find
sure.
it, where are you? I'd like to come meet you so we can shoot that thing together. It is incredibly rare. But 10 millimeter PCC of any kind, even if you get a 10 millimeter gun, handgun, put that on a chassis system like the Recover Tactical or some other chassis systems out there, absolutely, that would be a number 3 for us. And the reason for that is because you're in your truck, you're out there, like, we go to the range all the time, right? Down in South Carolina, take aim and training range. So shout out to Anne Marie over there. Well, I kind of walk to my car about, 300-400 meters. It's just kind of woods out there. Anything could come at you. Sometimes I'm by my truck, right? I'm just like sitting there eating, hanging out. I get there early. Or you're out there in the woods, hiking, farm, whatever, all that stuff. So 10 millimeter could be very, very effective when it comes to a bigger game. So
Right. And there's one that actually is really particular with us would be the LC10 from Ruger. So
Yeah.
That one is really awesome. It has a really good recoil
Yeah,
impulse.
and
for sure.
what's good about that one is so we got the obviously Grand Power Strybog over here in 10 millimeter. Great. These are a little bit pricier than that Ruger. Somewhere in the neighborhood of $800 ish, somewhere around there. So it's gonna be sub $1,000, right? And you get yourself a 10 millimeter PCC that's from a very reputable company, and it works great. And we shot it. It was pretty good. Yeah. This is the Strybog, obviously 9 millimeter version in this case, but they have the same exact one chambered in 10 millimeter. So any 10 millimeter PCC will be fantastic for a truck gun option, in my personal opinion. And I don't think many people will disagree with that.
No, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Exactly. So with that being said, guys, let's move on to number 2. And number 3 is going to be a 300 blackout option.
There
Your
you
favorite.
go. Oh, I mean, I do love 300 Barack Obama. I love it. The original OG Rattler, right? 5.5 inch. It gets as small as this, and you can just thread on a can.
Yep, and I've got the Rattler LT here, which just came out, I don't know, like 2024 it was. I actually personally have one. It is my PDW. It is at home. It's not my truck gun, though. And the reason for that is because it's too expensive. I don't want, because we do want to touch base on, guys, be careful what you put in your truck, obviously, how secure your truck is, what area you're in, because a lot of thefts do happen through trucks, okay? So, like we've got Brandon over here, his truck has this compartment that is completely locked up. You cannot access it. You have to kind of spend some time on it. But on my truck, I don't have any security systems, right? I got glass, obviously, you break that glass, you can access my guns. So I kind of keep the guns around me all the time. So that's what I do. So be careful. That's why I'm like, you know what? My Rattler LT, that is my home defense gun. So that's why it's not in my truck.
Don't leave guns in your truck overnight.
Do not do that.
Or
Do
in
not.
a Tacoma. That
Or
just
yeah,
happens to be
if it's
FDE.
FDE, exactly, yeah.
And have a Keltec sticker.
Yep. There
Crazy.
is a guy that works here at Class Firearms, I don't know if you guys seen him on Instagram, John Takes Shots, I think, but not those shots, like with pixels. So definitely check him out. He's got that truck.
Pause. Didn't sound good no matter how you try to swing it.
Anyway, so John likes his Tacoma in FDE with a Keltec sticker. Don't be that guy. Because somebody will break into your truck and you're going to lose your Rattler LT that cost you a lot of money, especially in this configuration. We're looking at like $4 or $5 grand. About that, I think so, right? With a suppressor from Dead Air. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Okay.
300 Blackout, definitely a great viable caliber. Again, it's suitability for whatever you want to do it. It's very versatile. Subs or supers, if you plan on running a can, obviously, but if you want great terminal ballistics and a short compact design that's going to really be slinging lead at some crazy velocities, then
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Amazing terminal effects. The only I don't want to say problem. The limitations of a 300 blackout is the range, right? But if you can, well, when compared to another caliber that we're about to talk about.
We're going to agree to disagree on that one, but
All
that's
right.
okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying 300 blackout does not reach at certain distances, right? It certainly does. But let's move on to our number one. Before we do that, actually, let's just talk about our honorable mention.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with a good old Benelli M4 type, one of those Panzer
Benelli.
M4s, and one of those, Ermax X Defense, basically Benelli M4, or, Beretta 1301 Tactical, Beretta A300. Like, come on, guys. I mean, this is a pretty good one. This is the Ermax X Defense in this case right here. We've got the original Benelli M4 as well. So this will be, there's the original right here. Thanks, Brandon. Beretta A300 Ultima. This is another semi-automatic. So basically a good old reputable semi-automatic shotgun will be my honorable mention.
Of course, it didn't. I mean, it's on the list, but it's not on the list. But obviously, there is one big drawback, right? Capacity.
Capacity, exactly, yeah. And shotguns do, like, depending on the load that you have, you'll have some recoil. Yeah, with shotguns, without a doubt. And this is the guy I work with, guys. I mean, you see, I'm just talking about guns here, and he's talking about a Saturday night.
I hear you. Let's move on to number one before you blow your wad.
What's your honorable mention?
I'm shotgun, man.
Number one.
I mean, that's what it was.
Let's move on to number one.
Yep.
And number one is going to be
SBR AR pistol, something chambered in 5.56. Like, just ease of use.
Yeah.
Plentiful. You can literally find it anywhere. I mean,
literally anywhere. Bunch of different options. Affordable.
build your own, buy one, like whatever you want to do.
I mean, like adult Lego, right? That's what we call
Yeah.
it in the firearms industry. An AR style. I mean, again, it's 5.56 caliber, so you could have some other stuff, but I personally prefer an AR-15 style.
This could even be chambered in 7.62 by 39.
Without a doubt. Exactly.
saying.
Absolutely. And because I'm very familiar, like we are very familiar with the controls.
Manual
I
of
can-
arms.
Yeah, manual of arms. I can fix this thing on the field. There's a lot of things a lot of upsides to a AR style 5.56. Yeah, gun. So that's why it's our number one. Imagine in this case we got a little short barrel one that's got a folder here. You just press the button, and that actually makes it even shorter. So you can actually keep it compact. You can go even like shorter barrels. Again, these things will get really concussive and really loud and huge flash profile. So you keep that in mind. But that's about it, and that will be our number one.
Yeah, number one pick, man. Solid choices.
Yeah, and 5.56, anybody questions the terminal effects. 5.56 has incredible terminal effects. Not as good as 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout does do better. It's just badass. It's when it comes to like even
More
closer
recoil.
engagements.
And
A little bit more
with
recoil.
supers.
Exactly. Supers more recoil, but nothing not manageable, right? I'd say more like 7.2 by 39 type, right? So, but 5.56, it just gives you more versatility, right? You get longer barrel lengths, different grain weights. You can just reach out and touch, which I don't know why you would with your truck gun.
You never know, man.
Maybe you're gonna hunt
Steven,
somewhere?
the dude in what was it, in Texas?
Stephen Williford.
Stephen Williford. I think his engagement was like 120 yards or something like that.
Oh, I was just thinking about that. Maybe 500 plus yards. That's what I was thinking about. But you're right. That guy actually did engage the bad guy from a distance.
Yeah.
His thing was actually pretty funny in a different way, right? He had like 6-7 rounds, whatever it was, he had in his magazine. As he was running out of his house with his rifle, he was also trying to load the mag just to get to that church where the shots were coming out. And the guy comes out with a body armor. And what did you do to him?
He put some rounds in him, and then a guy started driving off, and that's all she wrote. But yeah.
See, the guy started driving off. Some people will say, 5.56, it's tiny a little bit. Depending on...
He shot around the body armor.
Around the body armor? Okay. So the guy was wearing a body armor, but depending on... Forget the body armor, right? Depending on the round. Like the round that you carry is very, very important. Everybody talks about like 62 grain, the steel tip, 5.56. Well, that thing zips right through people, right? Even some 55 grain. Like it'll tumble, but it'll still zip through people as well. So picking the right ammunition for defensive
Rounds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
FMJs, no.
Yeah, exactly. One of those varmint rounds that our buddy Jim Foreman
Or Hornady
talks about that.
V Crown, or what is it? What is it? Hornady varmint rounds? Those are
Yeah,
good.
those polymer tip rounds too. I mean, they won't really have any over penetration. The problem with those is if you have an intermediate barrier, you're out of luck because those things will just disintegrate. So there's that.
Works well through sheetrock, cinder block wall, different story.
Exactly. So that's it. 5.56, our number one. These are our 5 different options, including 6 with the honorable mention for truck guns. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Do you guys agree with our list or not? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also,
What is your truck gun? Like,
know.
what's the vibe that
I'm
you're
really
doing?
curious.
I'm
Let me
very
know.
curious.
Would you use a bolt gun in a truck gun or a lever gun?
Somebody's gonna say lever gun.
Yeah, and
For
we're
sure.
not here to judge. Listen, there's
4570.
I mean, that is fantastic, especially if you can run that thing. I don't see what's wrong with that. But
It is the gun that won the West.
that's right. Which one won the East?
And make sure you check out,